Good morning. Focusing on the bright side of things here, the first day of June, the first day of meteorological summertime, is starting off with plenty of sunshine, a beautiful view here this morning throughout much of the valley. We are getting to enjoy that sun. This is our view at the Luther Family Ford Skycam in South Fargo, a live view of that sun shining brightly. Now, of course, it is a little cooler as we've been warning you about, but at least we're on the dry side and we need a dry stretch. Here's an update to some of our rain reports from Monday, and we are looking at 4.5 inches of rain. We've been talking about Carrington having so much rainfall there and the flooding that caused. We've seen quite a bit. In Aberdeen, it was just under 4 inches of rain, and then a lot of places in that 2 to 3 inch range here. Wheaton in that 2.91 range. I did hear from someone saying it was closer to 4 at their house in the Wheaton area. Detroit Lakes, Pelican Rapids, more than 3 inches of rain for you, and then a lot of places in that 2+ range in North Dakota and Minnesota. Fargo, a lot of folks are wondering about that. We just didn't get as much as other places. We did see a decent amount, though, about 1 inch of rain in the FM area. So all of that rain sending our rivers back up. Taking a look at some of our river stages here. This is in Wahpeton. The Red River is back into the moderate or just under moderate flood stage, 12.98 feet. Moderate is 13, so just under that. It's forecast to rise into moderate stage here this week at 13.5 feet. And in Drayton, we are watching that river slowly dip, but all of that water is going to eventually work its way down toward you downriver, and you're going to see that river rise a little bit more in Drayton, staying in moderate flood stage a little bit longer here. And of course, we've been keeping an eye on that DOT cam in the Drayton area, still looking like a lake in those breakout waters there along Highway 66. So we still have floodwaters affecting us here in the valley. Good news is the rain is quiet or not in existence here today. We're looking at conditions that are going to be mostly sunny to start off. There are some places of fog over into Wadena County and surrounding areas. Watch out there for the next couple of hours before that lifts. Beyond that, we're really just looking at some clouds drifting through the southern valley. Speaking of Wadena, look at this temperature. 39 degrees right now. It is chilly in the Wadena area to start off this morning, and a lot of us not far off from that. We're at 41 in Fargo and in Grand Forks. Taking a look at your winds, calm conditions in the FM area, not seeing much wind at all. It's just a break, though. We're going to see that wind pick right back up here today. We're looking at some numbers that get into the teens by mid-morning, and then wind speeds picking up more into the 20s this afternoon, maybe gusting to 30 miles per hour. So a breezy one ahead of us. Temperatures will be on the rise, and we get to stay on the dry side. More sunshine likely up in the north. Southern Valley, it'll be more of a mix of some sun and clouds coming up for the afternoon. And then into this evening, not too bad. A good evening out there. Temperatures into the 60s until about sunset, and then we'll see those numbers start sliding. We'll get into the 50s late tonight and tomorrow morning. Some of us starting in the 40s again, but not as chilly as this morning. So conditions there are going to be a little bit nicer. Speaking of nicer, look at all that beautiful green grass there for the gals to enjoy. Thanks, Julia, for sharing your photo. And look at your 7-day planner. Well, you know, we're starting June today, which is meteorological summer. But it's going to feel a little more like springtime here as we work our way through the rest of the week. Some 60s to about 70 on Saturday. Rain chances return coming up here next week, starting on Sunday.
If you're just looking at it, though, I mean, it looks like a beautiful day out there.
And, you know, it's nice to see the sun regardless of what the temperature is. Yesterday was so gloomy. It's nice to have that back.
It really is. All right, Lisa, thank you this morning. It is now 6:16 ahead this Wednesday morning. Bad guys getting a little nastier. One punk uses a rifle to steal someone's dog in broad daylight. But first, what a Fargo suspect says about a weekend shooting in downtown Fargo. Stay with us. You're watching The Valley Today.